So after exercising the body, it's time that we exercise the mind in the ways of financial matters. Research says that consumers are likely more exposed financially in 2016, and we're finding it a bit more difficult under the current climate of economics to service our high levels of debt. And that's why we brought in the expert, Mr. Grant van Zyl, our certified financial planner, to talk about consumer debt. And of course, as always, our number and our lines are open. 083-913-3728. Good sir, are you well?
Yeah.
Hope you had as good a weekend as I did.
Well, I don't think so.
No,
congratulations on that one.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. But let's get into financial matters right now. What's the current financial climate looking like in South Africa right now?
Well, I wish I had good news on this topic, but unfortunately with economic growth below 1%, there's a load of pressure on the economy.
Yeah.
We've got inflation rates, which is kind of going through the roof at the moment. We've got interest rates in the short term have gone up by 1%, and there's no end in sight regarding interest rate increases. We had guys earlier talking about water issues. We've got major droughts up north. I think we need to start taking that quite serious. That's going to affect the food prices and a whole bunch of things. We've got major political instability, which is messing up our rand, which is really not great for the country. And the last cherry on the top is we've got these 3 credit rating agencies watching our every single move, pretty much.
So in terms of climate, we're like in the North Pole right now. It's pretty cold out there.
Yeah, but I want to add like a little bit to that, because I mean we can be negative and we can always look at the negative side of things. But if we look at South Africa as a nation, we've seen worse, you know, and we've managed to rise above it and come through it if we stick together. And I think we can do the same again this time around.
That's very good news, but people are still asking the question, what about the whole junk status rating, and where do we stand in terms of that?
So in layman's terms, a lot of people don't really understand what junk status and all that, the credit rating agencies. So let me put it into perspective. So there's 3 major credit rating agencies in the world. They go around and they rate the different countries from a credit rating perspective. At the moment, the two of them are pretty much rating us 1 level above junk status, and the third one is about 2 notches above junk status. However, it's looking more and more inevitable that we are going to be dropped down into the junk status territory. Yeah.
Okay, so time frame wise, what are we looking at? Next week? Tomorrow? Next month?
I would say within the next quarter, we must probably be looking like towards July. You could be looking at the first credit rating agency dropping us, So the thing with one credit rating agency dropping us is not the end of the world, because our markets are kind of priced as junk status. But when the second and the third one starts dropping us, that becomes a major issue. But the saving grace for us, and we don't really want to compare ourselves to other countries, but Brazil, Russia, many other countries are already being dropped into junk status. So this is showing that these credit rating agencies, in the vulnerable state of what the global economy is looking, they're quite serious and they're taking things pretty serious.
My goodness. And of course, that might mean even higher interest rates, which means you must watch out for your debt and control that. And that's exactly what we're talking about today, consumer debt. Give us a call, 083-913-3728. We'll pick up on this conversation again with Grant a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're talking about consumer debt. My goodness, with looming junk status rating, what does it mean for us? What does it mean for you and your pocket at home? So stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll keep those lines open, and here's what else you can expect on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.